What is going on, people? Welcome back to the third roundtable of the HRO Roundtable, guys. This is our third podcast that we're going to be doing. Guys, apologies. We are about to send a new link out for the actual live stream. Something messed up. We don't know what happened, but not to worry. The frenzy is all over right now. We have had technical difficulties. So bear with us while all four of us are about to tweet out a new link that's going to be coming out for us to be able to go live. So bear with us very, very shortly, guys. Yeah, we didn't plan this, right? We did not plan this, but we're going to fix it.
It's alien technical difficulties. That's
yeah, exactly.
Balloons.
So let me quickly just get this tweeted out, guys. We do apologize. This wasn't meant to happen. But it's all good. So here we go. Let's see. I'll tag you guys in as well. So yeah, I think everyone will then have
this
it
on Twitter, right? Let me go check.
I mean, everybody should be watching us, right? It's like Super Bowl day. It's like right before the Super Bowl. Time to watch HRO. Right before the Super Bowl. Except for other people in the world.
More important today.
What could possibly be going on in America? You know what I'm saying? In American's world. Rest of the world, it's just normal day.
It's a normal day. All right, I've just tweeted out the new link, guys. If you guys could do me a favor, retweet it out. Guys who have just joined in on the stream itself, guys, do us a favor. If you could all retweet it. So we've got Nat Sullivan in the house first, straight in there, buddy. Canadian Potato also in the actual chat. And there's 3 more people. If you guys do me a favor, could you guys also retweet out the tweet I've literally just posted right on my Twitter account? If you guys could do that, that'd be really appreciated. I'm just going to put it on Discord as well. Here we go.
I'm gonna delete the old ones, and I'm gonna let me unretweet this one.
I'm just gonna leave up the old ones. I'm gonna let people figure it out.
All right, the new one's up.
You gotta be the best of the best. Follow us.
This one.
All right, I've just tweeted it out. Hopefully, it'll work. Yeah, for some reason, I think people are in the other one. Let me delete the other.
They're all
one.
waiting.
They're all waiting in the other one, right?
They're all waiting.
The suspense.
Oh man, the joys of doing a live stream, having it all prepped, and then it just all messing up. You know,
none of us work for Space Force, Wazza. Okay, none of us work for Space Force. We aren't all geniuses over here. Okay, we're just over here running the internet and NFTs and Web3. You know what I'm saying? So we're just trying to build the future and put stuff together. So technical difficulties, everybody. Hold your horses. Watch your HRO cards. Make some trades.
Amongst yourselves.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Create some chatter.
Exactly.
We actually discussed the amount of content we had, and we were about 10 minutes shy. So we're like, let's just kind of drag on nothing for 10 minutes, and then we'll get into it. You know? So,
yeah, exactly. Oh my God, guys! Thank you so much for joining. We apologize for our technical difficulties. We're blaming Bomber because I guess we can. You know, literally. Why not? There is no reason why. But if you guys can, I just literally tweeted out the new link for the actual roundtable. If you guys can, please, the ones I've just joined, retweet that out, guys, and like the tweet. That'd be fantastic. So we can get more people in the actual stream. We've got 14 people already, so that's a good start, right? It's a good start.
Yeah,
cool.
Great.
So, guys, without further ado. You all know Richie Rich. You all know Hood Screw. But we have the one and only, his FA on a YouTube channel. That's right. Not just any old channel, on WazzaVerse channel. We have the B-52 Bomber. Hey, buddy. What's going on, man?
Let's go.
Let's go.
You know, just happy to be here. I don't even know how I found this place. You know, like, I really appreciate you guys inviting me in here because I feel like all I do is just cause chaos, you know? So, yeah, thank you.
Mate, it's not chaos. It's called organized organized crime. No, that's not what it is.
Disorganized. Yeah. Unorganized crime. Yeah.
Bomber, for the ones that don't know who you are in the actual chat, just give us a bit of background about what what do you do in hero space? Where are you at? Do you do hybrid, digitals, etc., or are you the man behind the burning that happens every week? The bonfire.
I do love me a good bonfire. I'm going to say it's a group effort. And I originally came into the space. My buddy Richie here, cost me everything that I own. So to get into this, but it's just money, right? Money's replaceable. Like we're literally just burning cards anyway. So So background on me. I do work for Poker Company. There's my soft shill of the day. If you guys are into poker, hit me up on that. And then Richie and I were part of a lot of other NFT communities. He introduced me to the Bat Cows, and it was just been a lot of fun seeing other NFT communities kind of do their thing. And this has been one of them that I felt like was the most real. And when I say real, it's like so much of the NFT space is hyped up and sold by people that are paid to sell, right? And a lot of them are paid with NFTs, and it's a very common thing in the space. And so if somebody's new to the space, they might come in and be like, "Wow, this community must really love what they're doing," and get this like emotional connection to that fun, right? They want to be in those Twitter spaces. If you guys have ever been in any of the Bat Cow spaces, like you go in there, and if you're not wearing a Bat Cow, like you stick out like a sore thumb. And so it's like there's a real connection to be like, oh my God, I got to have one of these just so I can even blend in, right? And like not like stand out so much. And so those are the communities that I feel are a little bit more real. I don't think people are being paid Bat Cows to go sit in these spaces and shill the stuff. You know what I mean? So like these are real people that are excited about being a part of this community and the things that are being provided with it. When it came into like the HRO collector's cards, making those NFTs, I could see the bridging of HRO with the hybrids to reach out to people who maybe aren't into NFTs, don't have crypto wallets, don't want anything to do with it, right? But they're like, hey, I like Batman NFT cards. Okay, let me check these out. And then they're scanning the back. They're having fun. They have a digital wallet. They can see what cards are missing. They can go to a marketplace and see, buy, sell, trade. Everything's very, very user-friendly and easy. And then the fact that you can pull it out and sell it on OpenSea and all the traditional, NFT marketplaces that most NFT people are into. I think that this is just a really, really good bridge. And I see the longevity of NFTs, obviously lasting forever, unless everybody just burns all the cards. I guess that could happen, right? But it just became really, really fun. My very first card was D2, and I pulled a Bane. And I had no idea. Like I was literally talking to Richie about it. First card, first pack, open it. I'm like, cool, Bane, next, whatever. And he's like, dude, I pulled this Superman card. And I'm like, well, that's awesome. And he's like, all I need now is this Bane. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I got one of those.
He's
what I mean? Like, let me just kind of, yeah, I got one. I got one right here. And like, he just got silent
you got
for a second. Like he couldn't even speak. Yeah. It's like,
Rich was like, Bomber, it's only $1. Don't worry about it. I'll
send it over.
Here's $10. Like he gave me $10 for it. I shipped it over. Like it was nice.
It was a strategy. It was a strategy we had. Yeah. After that, it was just me and Bomber playing this together. So it was cool.
Great.
Yeah, and the collecting is fun, right? The art is fun. The cards are cool. But I really like the gamification behind it. I like the scarcity. I like the fact that they're implementing crafting and burning. And we talked about earlier how I'm not going to try to get all into the burning, but it's like if there's a card that's very disliked, right? Like people don't care about this card, they're likelier to burn it, which is going to decrease the supply, and there's going to be a supply demand shift at some point, which will make it more valuable, and so it's fun to try to poke holes in that system. I don't know, it's just fun. So
great stuff. And you know what? It's a great intro. I mean, truth be told, when we did our intros, it was nothing like yours. So, dude, I think we need to sell a suit at this rate.
I've been watching and studying your guys's. I'm like, I'm going to next level that. That's it.
You're just going to trump us. But I think, you know what? It's great to hear who Bomber is. And obviously, guys, if you didn't know who Bomber is, he's obviously absolutely killing it in Hero. Him and Rich are, how can I say, the ringleaders of the burning space that happens on Twitter. So, you know, they do this every single Thursday. And please join them. They do some amazing stuff for the Hero community. But I guess, you know what? The main question is, now that we've got the intro out, who are you guys supporting this evening or this morning, wherever you are? Are you guys going for the Eagles or are you guys going for Kansas City? Which one?
Oh,
that's the main question, right? That's the
Bomber's out. Bomber's team is out.
Bomber looks like he knows what he's going.
I'm gonna go Eagles. I'm gonna go Eagles. You know, just how about not the Chiefs? Right. So anybody but the Chiefs would probably be who I'd pick. I'd pick Richie against the Chiefs. You know, so
I'll take Eagles. I'm
gonna go Eagles.
We've got two Eagles. All right, who's cool?
Three
Eagles. Yeah.
Eagles.
Wow, three
it's
Eagles.
All green. It's all green, dude.
It's all green.
I don't watch it. It's going to be my first one that I'm going to be watching it. So I'm assuming I have been, by the power of peer pressure, I'm also going to go for the Eagles. All right.
You got to pick green for
go
HRO
green, man.
Today.
Go green. HRO green.
Yeah.
Guys, everyone in the chat, everyone who's just tuned in, do me a favor. Let us know in the actual chat. Who are you supporting? Are you going for Kansas City or are you going for the Eagles, right? Who are you guys going for? It'd be great to see what everyone is. Oh, is this your first time you're going to be watching it like myself, right? And it's going to be a great experience. I mean, you guys call we call it rugby. No, we call it American football, actually. So that's what we call it. Let's not get into that conversation about soccer, football, all that. We'll be here all day long, right? So here we go. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look at the chat, guys. We want to see who's in the chat today. It'd be great to see. We got Nat straight in there being the first person in. What's up, guys, man? Hope you're well. Thank you so much for stopping by. Canadian Potato, buddy. Soon, get it together, guys. Get it together. We are getting it together. Do you know what? Hopefully for the next one,
criticism.
You know what? We're not going to blame Bomber. We're going to blame the next new person that joins in. And by the way, guys, if you are part of the community member and you'd like to attend these Hero Roundtable, do me a favor, hit me up, DM me. You're more than welcome to do so. We've got some great people who are going to be coming and joining us, and you don't have to be a YouTuber. You don't have to be, big in what you call it, spaces or anything along the lines of that. You can just be a community member who literally have just joined, or actually you enjoy collecting and you want to be part of these conversations. You're more than welcome to do so. Because let's be honest, right? We're all equals, and that's why it's called the Hero Roundtable, because we're all heroes. Get it? Okay, that's a dad joke, I know. Right, let's move on.
Or we're all heroes.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Brittany's in the house. Hey, yo, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, buddy. What is the propaganda from Bigfoot Breaks? What is the propaganda?
Hey, Bigfoot Breaks, man. He's been killing it on the, what is it, the Facebook Marketplace or the Facebook group. He does a lot of pack openings on there, and yeah, he does a good job.
Nice.
There's been a lot of good stuff. I think he has the A1, what is it, A1 Epic Batman and Joker card. The one that has the Alex Ross art on it. It's really, really cool, man.
Ooh, that's sick. Bigfoot Breaks. I'm kidding. Let's roll. We're gonna roll, buddy. I know you're having a good old laugh. Arsal is in the house. We had a bit of fun. We did a chapter 2 booster box opening a bit earlier. Canadian putting in, throwing some bombs. It is all good in the hood. Open chapter 1. Entertain us. No, I'm not going to open any chapter 1s. They're hidden away. They're locked away, and they're never going to see the light of day. Let's just put it that way, right? That's going to what's make me become a millionaire when I'm in my grave.
Wait, so you're not opening no more chapter 1 boxes?
I'm opening chapter 2, but I'm not opening a single chapter 1. I've got a fair amount of booster boxes just stashed away. I am not going to.
I got to do that. I got to catch up, man. I have no sealed HRO products. It's
Yeah.
very hard for me to keep things sealed. I always have like that itch to open something. So
Same here.
I'm going to have to like lock it in like a, I don't know, some sort of safe that only one person knows the password to.
Didn't B52 win a digital drop? Did you?
I mean, define win. Define win the digital drop.
I know you competed in number 3, so you got like really high up there. You've gotten some drops, I guess. I don't know. So you're in the higher ups, that's for sure.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I definitely Digital 3. I think I got 3rd. On that, and I got a bunch of badges, 2 and 3 badges from that one. I got some lucky packs, and then when you're close, right? Like when you're close to competition, it's that much more like, well, just a little more, and then somebody else does it, and then then you're like, well, I already sold 1 car, like might as well just sell another one and get more cards, So
we got DC Fan Verse in the house. Hope you're well, doing good, buddy. Alan Smith is also in the house, rocking and rolling. Q Relief, hey bud, what's going on? Shook, let's go. Bigfoots, we are bottom feeding degenerates. Aren't we all? Right? Aren't we all? Here we go.
We got Bane all the way down there.
Smile. Rich, can you smile for us, please? Like again. There we go. He's like. You know what? If anyone had to do a recruitment for, I don't know, any sort of job, this is like, join us.
Join HRO. You get DC cards. Collect them all.
There we go. Rich's smile
that's a free promo for you, HRO, by the way. That's a free one. Coming from the Rich universe right there, from the Wazza universe right there.
Cannot trust this man because that of that Raiders beanie. Is the Super Bowl today? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, buddy. It is happening in about 40 minutes.
Over an hour, yeah.
Get through this stuff. Bigfoot Hero Collectors are Raider fans of the NFT space. Alan Smith saying Eagles. We got the Yankees. Fly, Eagles, fly. Here we go. So seeing this game going to be hard to top the World Cup, though. I'm just a buzzy bear from Dream Chaser. All right, guys. Let's crack on. Let's just see who else is in the actual chat.
We got Bane. You got to give Bane the shout out, man.
Yep, big old Bane.
FNA here. 18-pack.
Bane is the GOAT.
Dream Chaser.
Bane's a Raider fan.
Is he? Is he?
He's a villain, right? So it's like Raider fans are usually the villains, right?
Bane, who do you support? Are you going for Kansas City or are you going for the Eagles? Let us know in the chat, dude. You are about to have people love you or hate you within a millisecond. Right? I'm just saying.
Bane's UK too, though. He don't care. He's probably like, I am
Raiders Nation. I'm with Brahma. So anybody Chiefs. Richie has a nice YouTube voice. He does. He's got the eyes, the smile. He's got everything. Bane is in the dark, lurking away. No, it was yesterday. Flash Appreciation Day was yesterday. No, dude, how did we miss that? You're the one who knows everything. You didn't say anything, no? All right, guys, let's get on.
Was yesterday the Flash Day? Hold on.
No, the trailer's dropping today.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, right. On the Super Bowl, right.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
We've got HTTY NFT. All right, guys. So the Hero Roundtable, guys, we have got quite a few subjects to kind of get through. We literally have 40 minutes, so we're going to be talking quite quick. We're going to cut through because everyone is getting ready to rock and roll, right? And watch the Super Bowl. So the first and foremost thing, guys, let's talk about the Digital Drop 7 leaderboard frenzy. That frenzy that happened in the last hour or so before Snapshot. I mean, my personal opinion, I was sitting there and I literally was seeing people jumping up and down like yo-yos. I kid you not. I mean, people were like 100th. In a few hours, the last hour, they moved up to 160th. It was really, really bad. I mean, it was crazy. People were mad. People were getting crazy. But do you know what the best thing about it is? I think it was an amazing, amazing drop, right? And people actually had some sort of connection, whether that's to the artwork, the storyline, and everything else that kind of goes along with it, right? And it was amazing, right? And it also had crafting and burning. What do you guys think? What were your thoughts? And how many of you guys shat your pants in the last hour?
I know Hood Scroll did. He was at 150. He was like 150 being pushed.
I should have listened to my own advice 2 weeks ago. I told everybody, watch out. The last couple hours are just a nightmare for those in the back. And indeed it was, man. I was up all night. I didn't sleep that night. I actually stayed up. Every time I would go from like 160th to 140th or whatever, I'd get knocked right back down like a couple minutes later. It was brutal. And yeah, I think I did a trade. It was actually 2 minutes before they locked like the website, whatever. I did a trade for, I think it was 7 points. And because of that trade, I made it to the top 150. If I didn't do that, I would have been, I think, top 153rd or something like that. I don't know what happened this drop. Like, there was just FOMO left and right. Maybe everybody had the same idea. They're going to wait last minute to try to climb. And yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal. Next time, for sure, for the next drop, I'm either going to A, not try to go for top 150, or B, try to go into like top 50 and wait there and hope that I could stay in that range before the snapshot. Because yeah, it is very brutal. That last, 2-3 hours, man. Whew, it was crazy. Crazy.
It was. Richie, how did you get on in the top?
Well, I was gonna say, go ahead and let Bomber go first. Go ahead.
All right, let's let Bomber go.
Let's let the champs go first. Hold on.
Oh man. Okay, so there was somebody, I believe it was HitScroll, put a little post out on Twitter being like, "Hey, everybody, just friendly reminder, snapshot tomorrow." And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll check tonight.
Rich was like, "Oh yeah, snapshot tonight. Yeah, going on."
Yeah. And so so I hop in there. I'm like mid 60s, like 165, 168, something like that. I'm like, okay, how many points would it take me to get top 150? And then I'm like, what's the difference between like top 150 and top 100, right? And like the difference wasn't much. Like there wasn't a whole lot of point difference between 150 and 100. So it's like I knew that like for me to be safe and be able to sleep in and just like wake up and see the results, like I had to get into that like 100 range to try to do anything. And then when I realized like how much it cost me to get to that 100 range, I'm like, are really 50 more people gonna do that like in the world? Like I feel like I'm insane like for throwing like the amount of money I did at it like just to get there. But the thing is that those were my only opportunities to grow, right? And I think that when they're having 300 of the legendaries, there's so many people that complete sets now, right? Like it's a lot easier to complete a set. Before, when there was only 150 of them, that if you completed your set, you're guaranteed to be in the top 150. Like it's so hard to like have anybody outpoint you that doesn't have a completed set, And so the 250 range, I think they kind of showed you a little bit of that in the Dark Multiverse and stuff, but that one really didn't sell out, hence the burn, right? And so like some of these, I feel like we didn't get to see that demand hit to actually showcase how hard it would be, because now you're like there's 300 people potentially that could have completed sets. In a perfect world, right? Realistically, there's 200, right? I mean, I didn't check, but if there's 200, then that means that 50 people that have a completed set are not going to make the top 150, just naturally, And so now the competition does come down to like mint number, and people are going to be able to say, if I'm not going to compete, I can trade back these mints and get some of their money back, and whatever it may be. But it did make it very, very competitive, and I think it's just shown a natural growth in demand of the digital drops and the awareness, and the fact that people got free packs forced people into these situations, right? Like you're either going to open these packs and be like, oh my God, I'm 75% of the way there. How hard is it to complete? And then when it gets to compete, it's like, do you even want to take that step? And so, I mean, I don't regret it, like the dopamine hits came, right? I got all excited, right? Like, I'm excited to get my reward cards, and hopefully, those show worth it, because there is also the debate of just saying, I'm just going to wait and I'll just go buy some floor reward cards after, right? To complete my sets that way. But there's something about earning it and having those mints, and if you're going to spend, any amount of, chunk of change on like a single digit mint card, those cards typically hold their value. I feel like, so it's more of a store value at that point. And that's kind of the way I keep myself staying about what I did.
Where'd you place, Bomber?
I feel like I was in the low 100s, between 100, 125, somewhere in there. I didn't really look.
He doesn't even know his place. That's why he slept in.
That was for like the leaderboard placement or the set completion.
The set completion. I think around both. I might be like low, like 105, 103 for one, and like 125 on the other. I really didn't even look. I looked to make sure I was in there, and I saw that, and I'm like, I'll worry about that, when the cards come out,
See, so. That's how casual of a competer he is now. He's so good at it. He's just like, I know where to be at. He's like, I'm going to be right here. I'll sleep in. I'll get my position 2 days later. I don't even know what I scored. I'll just get the card later.
Yeah, we'll check it. It's like a new surprise to me, It's like, hey, I got one again later, So
he literally wakes up half an hour beforehand. Here's HitScroll, how you getting on? Stressed, and he's like, what are you doing? Just chilling.
Yeah. Like 2 p.m. I don't know.
I wish that could have been me, man. Ooh,
feeding the dog.
Day was rough.
Head Squirrel over here, Mr. Number One, like mint, like A2, A1s over here from the D1 set,
struggling on DD,
and he's struggling at like 150. Same here.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my story. I finished 161. I was competing in the like 150 at one point. I was just like, for how many points I needed to get to 150 and then to get above that, I was like, should I just save my money and buy someone's like slammed reward card? Because I know someone's gonna be like, I don't want this reward card, slam it. And I'm gonna be like, oh, thank you. So I started calculating, just like Bomber said, I started calculating like, okay, how much would it be to get to this point and the risk that it would be to slip out and not get the card, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, here's the risk. Now, just like Bomber said, though, when you earn the reward card, you feel better about it. Plus, you take that money, you now get a free reward card. You didn't have to pay that money. I get that. And plus, those lower mints get to sit in your deck now and help you compete. And furthermore, and also premium mints you can sell later. But the hard part was for me, I was like, okay, I hardly even spent any money on packs because I got free packs. Then I had to buy some of my legend cards because I didn't even get that many good pulls. So I was like, at this point, I completed the set. I was happy. I got a few lower mints. I got in the top 150. Now I'm going to be able to scoot up the ranks by buying some low mint cards that people slam after snapshot here and get some of those, scoot in and get my rank up, buy someone's slammed reward card. I did get the completion. So, I got one completion reward. But that's the thing. Moving forward now, it's not about just collecting the legends. Because in D1, there was 100 legends each. We're here in D7, and you have 300 legends each. Everybody can complete.
And 3 of them. Oh, 4 legends, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so 1,200 compared to 200. There's 6 times the legends,
So you think about it, and you're like, okay, that's more I have to complete, but everybody's going to probably be able to complete now, most likely. Everybody's going to be able to complete. Now it's about competing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they've opened it enough, and you can see the growth from D1 to D7 here and how many people are literally scooping these cards up, competing just like we were in D1, D2, D3. You know what I'm saying? They're doing the exact same thing we were, and that's good. They're jumping in at the same time we have, and they have that full wallet. They have a full wallet ready to go. They haven't been here in D1. They're jumping into D7 right now, and they're going hard. You know what I'm saying? And that's who you're competing up against. The people with the brand new liquidity, the brand new wallets that are really wanting to go hard, that maybe just heard about all the stuff we've been doing on all the sets, and they're ready to go hard on their collection D7. And that's what we've been seeing. So it's good. It's great growth. It's great competition. I personally have been pushed out. I was at 161. So I've finished 4th. I finished, 40th. I finished 100th at some points. At this one, I didn't get to finish, and I competed pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? I bought cards, I traded cards, but it was a tough one this round. A lot of people want to compete. A lot of people pulled some good cards. So that's the luck of the draw. Me and Hood Squirrel, exactly where we were. We finished what we were. Me and Hood Squirrel might be battling it neck and neck in 4th and 5th place next round. You know what I'm saying? You never know. It's all about just kind of the luck of the pool, You pull your cards, it's the luck of the pool. So other than that, good luck to everybody out in the next one, and good competing for you on D7. Good luck. Congrats to everybody that was on the leaderboard and completed their sets.
I think there's 3 things that did it for me on this actual DD7, right? So for this whole leaderboard. So number 1, it was the packs, right? The deals were phenomenal. Let's be honest. That really was enticing when you kind of think about, you were able to get 10 packs of the premium and another 10 packs of the standard for $1,000. You're literally getting the standard packs for kind of free, right? If you think about it. So yeah, I think the deals really, really worked, and I know the community sentiment was like, wow, this is actually really, really well, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is you had the crafted cards. That was another thing why a lot of people are like, hey, who wouldn't want to be part of the first crafted card experience? And I think that sort of kind of really enticed people in. And I think the third part was the fact that the artwork, the legendary card artworks were just absolutely mint. Like the Superman one, then you obviously had Batman and Robin just like flying across the cityscape, and then also the Wonder Woman on a horse. The animation was just absolutely on point, and I think it was just perfect. It was just the right mix of everything to put together. And I think with the concoction of like, hey, do you know what, that dopamine, everyone was actually like gunning for it. I mean, people were pulling, dude, right? Legendary cards out of standard packs. One person in particular, as an example, sorry, I know I'm picking that person's name now, but it's Brittany. She ended up pulling 5 legendary cards out of standard packs. Standard packs.
That is crazy.
I mean, that is mind-blowingly, crazy. I mean, yeah, premium packs, there should be a higher chance, but the girl pulled 5 legendary cards from standard packs. So again, it was an amazing, and I think the frenzy of it, everything just worked well. Overall, I think you guys are definitely right? It'd be interesting to see what happens in digital drop A. I mean, how can they now level that up? How can they take it up another notch, right? And is the artwork going to be even better? What can they do differently? Are they going to do the deals like they did? And what does it kind of look like? And I think, like what Hood School said when he first was doing these drops, even when he ended up doing the 7th drop, he still didn't take his advice. Buy the cards early, do the trade.
I didn't take my advice. I messed up badly. I underestimated the FOMO.
Literally, I think you got to make the moves early on. All right, otherwise, what ends up happening? I mean, it's potluck, right? People could potentially paper hand, but it's rare that kind of happens, and people then get desperate. Then they end up spending more money. Because on our last roundtable, right, we talked about this, didn't we? Right, people, if you definitely want to go for the leaderboard, don't wait till the last minute, because people FOMO, and when they FOMO, they spend way over the odds, right, in order to get this done. And like Hood Squirrel, you made a last minute desperate attempt, and luckily you made it in. But let's be honest, you would have preferred to be a bit more comfortable, wouldn't you? Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it'd be great to see what happens for DDA overall, and I cannot wait. I mean, Rick, like you said, there's so many new wallets, so many new accounts. People are joining from different NFT platforms, and actually, they're starting to see the great value. They're starting to see how much is actually happening within the actual space of Hero and how it's leveling itself up and leading the way in so many different ways. And there's genuinely so many whales that have even reached out to me, and like we're just kind of talking about them wanting to jump onto this platform, actually tell them more about it. And I cannot wait to see what happens, right? What do you guys want to see for DDA? If there's one thing that you'd like to kind of see for DDA, what would it be?
A complete set that's all custom artwork, I guess.
Oh,
I don't know. That's the only way you could top. Like, I don't know. Every time I say like they can't top this set, they somehow manage to top it. Like I've been saying that since I really like the Green Lantern set, the DD4, and I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna do anything better than this. And they literally kept doing, like, they did Justice League, and then they did Dark Multiverse, which was awesome, and then they had this drop, which is like a whole bunch of really cool cover art. And some really great first appearance, well, not first appearance, but first comic covers with the legendaries.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. They just keep blowing it up. Honestly, it's going to be interesting to see what they do for the next set.
What about you, Bomber?
Personally, I want to see a bunch of A1s in my packs, like for DDA. I don't care what it is, I kind of want to see just like the evolution of the project, as far as like their creative side. When you were talking about the bundles, anybody that, it's such a good compromise from where they went, right? So it's like we've been in the $50 packs for the digitals for 3 cards, and then they separated them, right? They said, betterments, minimum superior, or whatever it may be, or sorry, minimum epic on the $100 ones, and then the $25 were 5 cards more common. So they kind of like let you choose. They kind of broke up that $50 purchase, right? And so when you introduced the bundles, you said like it was $1,000, and you got 10 of the $100 packs, and then 10 of the $25 packs, correct? Like that was the bonus. So essentially 10 $25 packs free. And if you just take today's prices of these packs, right? Let's say you like those $25 packs are all $40 now, right? $39.99 to get one of those, right? So let's say you can sell those at $39.99. So now you're essentially left with a $600 investment with 10 of your $100 packs, right? Which are now a $60 cost average to you, right? And obviously this is not including taxes and a couple of the fees, but that, if let's say you spent $70 a pack, right? Like on those packs are now $170. So you'd essentially have 10 packs that you invested $600 to $700 worth. That is worth $1,700 packs alone, unopened, on floor price in the market. And so there are some people that are coming into the space specifically for that reason, right? They go, here's enough demand. The supply, even though the supplies are getting bigger and bigger, the demand is growing faster than the supply. So they're saying, here's an easy way for me to get in here, flip some packs, and show profit, right? And it's almost, I'm not saying an unlimited amount. Obviously, there's a limited amount of packs and all this that people can actually do. But there are players coming in here looking at the space specifically for that. Say, I don't want to play the game. I'm not playing for leaderboards. I'm not playing for anything else. I'm going to make 50 to 70% on my money just flipping packs. And so it's like when you have that, now you have the secondary market that's buying these packs at the premiums, and now that what the contents of the packs are going to have to reflect to them what their costs were, right? And so it's like if you're paying $170 a pack and you get 3 cards, those 3 cards, you figured to be roughly $60 each. Now, like if you go and floor them all for $1, like you will just lose money fast at that rate. So it's like the secondary market is going to reflect, and you are going to see people holding long term. You're obviously seeing more people coming into the space and collecting, and yeah, I think the fact that they gave us all some free stuff. I don't even remember what the qualification was why we had those packs, but like it was pretty good bait. The first one's free is a common thing for people, to kind of get them in the door. So with D8, what I'm most excited about is to see how their marketing goes. I want to see what like type of numbers they put out, and I want to see like if their analytics are reflecting the growth of the community, or if they're still trying to find the actual right supply demand. So yeah, those are the kind of things that kind of interest me, I guess.
Absolutely. And before we go to Rich, right, if you think about it, and I think was it Mark or Gavin, one of them, I think both of them most likely, they tweeted out, right, they broke, was it 10 million? Is it 10 million off the top of my head?
Oh yeah, on IMX. I think that also includes the marketplace on Hero.
Yeah,
but that doesn't include pack sales. So
it doesn't.
Pack sales are crazy. So this is just for cards by themselves.
10 million, 10 right? Million. That is funny. And they've not even been around for a year yet, right?
So and is that just on IMX, not on their platform, or is
I think it's connected. So I'm pretty sure it's both IMX and the Hero platform. Yeah.
Gotcha, but not their packs. Gotcha.
Not their packs. No, and those packs make a lot of money on those packs. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We have here in this room, right?
Yeah. $1.5 million right here in this room.
$1.5 million is these 4, right? So yeah,
bring in sharks and we're done.
Yeah, exactly. And Bane, that's it.
It doesn't also include any hybrid packs as well, right? So
yeah, exactly.
It's going to be crazy stuff. So continue doing what you're doing. But obviously, Rich, I want to know what your one thing is that you want for DD8.
I'm just looking for new artwork. I think something like what Hood Squirrel says, new artwork. But I'm definitely looking for some of the utilities that they're going to be bringing, such as crafting, the physicals, auctions. Those are some of the things that I was looking at in the beginning that haven't even been implemented this year, last year. So it's obviously going to be happening this year. And they're still including this last set as 2022. What are they going to do for the brand new first set of 2023? They better have something with fireworks and celebrations, because it better be the best set coming into 2023. That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying? But I can't wait for the crafting. Can't wait for more crafting. Can't wait for physicals this year or next year or whenever they come out, right? But yeah, I think original artwork would be great to see with D8.
Yeah, I think for me, I'd like to see more for the community, and obviously people who are just coming into Hero is going to be the deal packs. All right, so if they continue with the deal packs, I think it's going to be such a great way for people to be able to kind of come in, and it's like, hey, do you know what? Let's buy a pack for $25 or get a deal or whatever it may be, because I think that really helps. So hopefully we see more of it. So Hero Mint Finder, if you are listening, and the rest of the team from Hero, which I'm sure you guys are, all right, because you guys are always lovely, lurking in the background. You got some great ideas, some great things that we're looking forward to, and there's a lot of stuff in the chat right now. People are obviously asking for, so please, right? I know you guys love listening, so help us out.
I was gonna say, let's answer Bane's question really fast. You see that? Bane has a question.
Let's go up. Where was it?
It says Bane asked the roundtable.
Bane asks roundtable thoughts on end of season 1 global rewards. Oh, okay. This is a really interesting one. I'm gonna guys, just to be conscious, we do have only 15 minutes. Or is it 15 minutes before the Super Bowl starts?
I have to get off at 15 minutes, but I don't know if everyone else has to get off at that time as well.
Okay, cool. So
I might be good, but go ahead. Yeah.
Cool. So let me pass it over to Hood Squirrel first. Then, what are your thoughts about the end of season, which is now, because the digital drop 7 was the end of season for season 1, right, to finish it off. So, what are your thoughts about what Brain just said?
Man, I don't know. I actually don't know. It's a tough question. They've done so much already. Will we be getting like physical rewards for like placing high up on the digital leaderboard? I know that also includes the hybrid set. So what are we going to get with that? Is it combined? I don't even know. I'm just trying to stay above like top 100 for both hybrid and digital. That's kind of my plan now. As a matter of fact, I've been scooping up a lot of low mints just to increase my overall digital score and my hybrid score. But I hopefully it's announced. I hope it's not like I hope for that it's not like a secret snapshot. Hopefully they give us like 2 weeks or so in advance to do what we got to do in case we want to climb that. And as far as rewards, yeah, I'm assuming more custom work or custom art. Maybe like a jumbo card or something. I have no idea. I'm excited, that's for sure. And I know that they're gonna do something probably pretty crazy. But yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, but Bama.
I'm thinking maybe they'll start implementing like the signed cards. Like we've seen that option in the thing where it says signed. We've been seeing it forever, and I haven't seen a signed card. And so I don't know if maybe that's what they're going to do for rewards or, but I feel like that might be along the lines of something that they might implement.
And then Rich.
Well, season 1 as in hybrid, I don't know. I know they have they've sent out some rewards on those collections already. For the digital, probably some sort of more packs or a reward card. I don't know. They haven't announced anything like that for like season 1 hybrid or digital rewards, which is kind of crazy. Maybe they won't. Maybe they will have something. I don't know. Maybe Bane is hinting at something.
They definitely hinted at something on the last AMA that they had in December, that there will most likely be some sort of end of season snapshot / reward. I just don't think anybody knows what it is just yet.
Maybe it'll be the number 1 spot. Maybe that's why he's getting that number 1 spot.
Yeah, people are saying it's going to be a secret snap, so that kind of worries me a little bit.
It's like a number 1 for Bane. That's why he's been going so hard, so he can get that 1-on-1.
My thought process on this is, I think they should have an end of season, right? So season 1 is just finishing near enough right now, and I think having a reward kind of helps the long-term holders, right? The long-term collectors. So, there are some people, and there's nothing wrong with this, by the way, right? They'll have the snapshot, sell the cards, and then that's it. And they'll sort of kind of rinse, repeat every time. But actually, what this allows to kind of do is have the long-term holders, like, for example, Bane and other people in the community who are holding these cards long-term. And they're here for the long term, and this entices them to kind of hold these cards long term. Mm-hmm. And these things, like for example, a reward could be what Bomber said. Actually, a card which is actually signed. For example, it could be a Batman that's signed by Jim Lee, right? And that's one. This is to be the introduction of the signed one for the first season as an end reward. How amazing would that sort of kind of be, like a signed card from Jim Lee? And they could print it, or if they can't get a printed one for this because it's digital, then hey, have a digital sign, and it shows on the actual app as a digital sign piece. That will be number one. Amazing to bring in a new mechanism, which is a signed part of it, first and foremost, but also at the same time rewarding long-term holders, people like Bane and other people in the community who are actually holding for long-term because they love collecting. And actually, not only have we seen digital packs as rewarded, have we seen the canvases that they've been rewarding hybrid people, but this is actually rewarding something different, right, for long-term total. And I think that goes for hybrid and also digital put together, something really, really cool. So I definitely agree, for sure. And I think it'd be amazing, right? Because do you know what? This just helps long-term collectors in the long run, and it will help the platform. It will help more people to really, really, think twice about selling their cards off. So there we go. We hopefully have answered that question. I think that's the roundtable's answer for it, for sure. If there are any more questions, guys, sorry we can't go through everything today because we're very conscious about time. But one of the things that we definitely want to kind of talk about is burning, right? So burning. It happens every Thursday from what I hear. There's a bonfire that goes off every single Thursday. So Bomber, Rich, what's going on? Do you guys want to tell us what's happening? I mean, is this a party that's only just for the rich, or is it for anyone?
Anybody can join Rich, he does it by himself, but like it's not just for Rich,
But yeah, no, we have a party going on Spaces at 2:00 every Thursday. We'll have our space where me and Bomber will jump on and talk about HRO. Also talk about pretty much burning these cards. Now, these cards are sometimes $1. They could range up towards $5. They could range up towards any amount of money that Bomber decides to burn. And when I say burn, the money is gone. The money is gone. And the more you try to egg him on, the more he burns cards. It's hard. And I try to tell people, stop amping him up so much. But no, they created a burn function here, for HRO. We're seeing the scarcity, obviously, for the function of that. It also creates HRO points for the stuff that you'll be crafting for in the future. So why not burn the cards? There's certain cards that we were starting to burn and do certain things. I don't see why not. And people have been burning their cards, coming in and joining in. But yeah, Bomber, how's it been going?
It seems like it's going good. I mean, I'm stacking these HRO points. I when we initially were starting it, we were discussing about like kind of like the macro side of this. We touched on it earlier, saying like if something is not desired, people are more likely to burn it to get points, and then that will make it more scarce. Which if somebody needs to complete for any reason, will make it more desirable, right? And so like it's more of a cause and effect type thing. And so imagine like cavemen for the first time like discovering fire, right? And they're just like, oh my gosh, like what is this little thing? And they're like, I don't know, throw another stick in it, and like, hey, go get that big log over there and go throw that in there. And like, I don't know, like seeing what's happening with it. And so we were kind of just testing the waters, and we wanted to host a space where we can talk specifically about that function, because there's so much going on in Hero that could take some time to cover everything. And so like when they introduced that, we wanted to talk with the community and see like what they thought is going to happen, like, and then it made us stumble across things like the Dark Multiverse. Like when you're looking at how many cards are being burned, and you're like, okay, so there's 2,400 of these. What if we burnt 400? Like how will that affect price? How will that affect demand? Will people even see it? We discussed like we would love it if they were actually showing the burns happening in the live feed on the site, because I just think it would be more fun that way. But also like when we stumbled across the Dark Multiverse, it's like, what do you mean there's 850 of these like 2,400 burned, you know? I'm like, a third of these cards are burned, and you start looking at like all the other ones, and it's like they burnt the packs because they didn't sell, you know? And so if you guys look and see what happened with the Green Lantern set, like that shot up value because the scarcity, you know, if anybody wants to complete sets, like there's less cards now, you know? And so yeah, so we were just kind of playing and cause and effect, and then it just got kind of fun. And then we went to like, you know, well, how many cards do you have of certain sets, right? Like there were some sets that we aped in on. Justice League was one of them that I aped in on, and I had a bunch of cards of a specific card. Brainiac was the first one. I had almost 300 of that card, just because I was cleaning like dollar cards up, because I feel like eventually the card's gonna be worth more than a dollar, you know? So if you're just looking at investments instead of, you know, like not financial advice, but you know, you can buy something for $1,000 and sell it for $2,000, or you can buy $1,000 $1 items and sell those for $2. And it's more footwork, I guess, you know, but like realistically, the values are all the same, right? And so we stacked a bunch of cards before, and Brainiac was one that I had a bunch of. I'm like, I'm going to burn 100 of them. I don't know. Like I wanted to stack points and have it not necessarily affect my scores of anything. You know, I don't want to get into cards that I was scarce on, you know, so I can have completed sets, but I'm not going to have 300 completed sets, you know? So I just found 2 cards, burning that. And then kind of balancing out other sets, so that way I have all the same amount of other cards, you know, and for badge rewards and stuff, you know. But ultimately, I didn't have a problem like crafting the Flash, right? I had a couple of Flash cards. I pulled a couple of the new Superiors, and I had plenty of HRO points. And we were discussing in some of the spaces, like, there's got to be people that are on the cusp that didn't have 25,000 HRO points, right? And so if they wanted to get that Flash, they needed to burn some stuff. They needed to figure out a way to get those HRO points, or make some trades, or do something to stack it up. And so I just don't want to be in that spot. I don't know what they're going to choose later. I don't know if I'm going to need 100,000 points for something, but I want to make sure that I have points, you know? So there's kind of a back end there, but yeah, that was kind of the point of it. Cause and effect, see what happens.
Interesting. Rich?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been having fun. We've been having fun just burning cards. You know, like you said, we've stacked a lot of these cards, and why not burn them to have the HRO points that we need to craft stuff in the future? I used a lot of HRO points to craft the stuff that I needed for this one. I was left with almost 0 points. So I said, you know what? Why not? I just start finding some cards to burn, create those points back, and wait for the next thing. That creates one reason why we do it right there. The other reason is because of scarcity. Another reason is because of just different reasons, having fun with the HRO packs. You know, I don't see why it's not a fun thing to come in and kind of watch some of these cards burn and watch this scarcity. Just like you said, some of these cards on here are at $1 because no one wants them. So why don't we burn them and make them wanted?
Yeah.
Nice. I think so. Just a quick reminder for the ones that don't know. So it's happening every Thursday, right?
Every Thursday, 2:00.
2 p.m. What is that?
Standard. Pacific 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. So 2 p.m. Pacific time, guys. That's when it's actually happening. That works out to be 5 p.m. Eastern time. And if you're in the UK, that's 10 p.m. GMT, right? So that's when it's actually happening. The only reason why I know that time off by heart, because that's the time I sort of kind of do all my streams, right? So that's the reason why I have to get to know these things. So this, obviously, it's just a bit of fun, guys. You know, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to burn if you don't want to. You could literally still be part of the actual stream. They're having an amazing conversation. I definitely need to attend to these, because by the time I finish work and everything else, I need to actually attend. I was there for the first one, and my God, did you guys burn? Bomber was burning as if there was no tomorrow. I mean, wow, it went in hard. But this just is a bit of fun. It's a bit of there's a lot of chat about Hero. It isn't just burning, but there's some great conversations, right? And people love to get involved. So please, guys, make sure you guys are coming into these things. The next thing we wanted to kind of just I guess talk about is the looming and the upcoming potential, right? Because a lot of people are talking about it. So, I know we sort of kind of talked about it, is, there you go. Even Bigfoot's just coming up with it. There's talk. Chapter 3, right, for hybrid, right? So, what are your thoughts, guys? Do you think Chapter 2 is already over? We've only literally had it for 3 months. I think. Is it 3 months, 2 months, something like that?
It was October, I think, or November that it came out.
Something like that, right? So we literally had about 3 months of give or take, right? Do you think Chapter 3 is already on the horizon? I mean, we had Chapter 1 for like a good 6 months or something like that, and that obviously had a lot less editions. What are your thoughts? Do you think it's going to happen, or do you think it's going to be delayed, or whenever it is? I see Bomber smiling away. It's like as if he knows something.
I have not collected all my legendaries for Chapter 2, so I'd like to slow that down a little bit, until I complete. But Chapter 3 might be like just the launch of the new season, right? 2023. We talked about the digital drops ending, right? And so this could be kind of all launched with that. I'm not even sure. Yeah. Who knows where they're going to go with that? Like I said, I always look at like numbers, you know what I mean? So I'm interested to see how many more cards they put out, because the jump from Chapter 1 to Chapter 2, the amount of cards is like crazy, right? Like the difference in supply, and so I want to see if they're going to scale back or keep that ratio going, like those are kind of the things that I always check out.
Let's go.
I hope they, triple the supply of DD3. I want to see more packs in stores. No, I don't want that to happen. I do want them to maybe cut it down a little bit, maybe half of, not so much half actually, probably just like maybe like a quarter of it, reduce it, like not completely cut in half, because I do like the extra supply of Chapter 2. It allowed for a lot of new users to get into the platform, and also for me to be able to go and pick up a pack. I wasn't able to do that with Chapter 1, and it was quite unfortunate for me. I had to pay scalper punishment price for that. So yeah, I do want to see it be reduced a little bit. I don't know if it's going to come out like in March. I think it's probably supposed to because of the Flash movie. The Flash movie, it comes out in March? The new Flash movie, or is it April?
I think it's Shazam that comes out.
Oh no, that's right. It's Shazam. No, it's a Shazam set.
Yeah,
right.
Flash is just a trailer.
Right, exactly. Okay, so it's a Shazam set. So yeah, it's probably going to come out maybe like on the end of March is what I would think. It is kind of weird because like they haven't even finished Chapter 2 yet. Like, we haven't gotten the snapshot date or anything for that. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to still buy some packs for sure. And yeah, I don't know what to think about it. And who knows? Maybe they'll have like, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but maybe we'll have some sort of burn event with Chapter 3 or something to kind of kick that one off. And they end up keeping the supply the same. I don't know. They're working on something.
I see Wazza. He's like,
they're working on something. I'm sure of it. I don't know if it's that. I could just be talking out my butt, but that would definitely help. Put some sales on Chapter 3 if they do something like that for sure.
Yeah,
no doubt about it. So yeah, I don't know what to think.
Rich, what's your thoughts?
Chapter 3. Well,
Rich is like, let me look at my notes.
Yeah. Hold on. HRO has said to say that they just came out with a pack, so just keep collecting Chapter 2. Buy as much as you can of Chapter 2. I haven't even bought much of Chapter 2, to be honest, so it'll be rolled out for a while. We will probably see Chapter 2 prominent till probably March or April, just before summer, and then they'll announce Chapter 3. My note says. But what I'm saying is I've only bought like one box. I've only got a few of what I needed to. I've gotten all the cards I need to. I still have to collect the mythics. So it's time to buy some of the events packs, which are still available. The Genesis, the Chapter 2. There's even some Chapter 1 out there you can still get your hands on, which are it's better priced than when we first started rolling out there. Like Hood Squirrel said, I bought at a very high range in certain things, and it was a gouging price. I barely made my value back in cards that I wanted to keep, which I kept all my cards, but just collect Chapter 2 for a while. Don't worry about Chapter 3. You gotta let the Black Adam movie settle in for a while too. The Rock has to have his time in the sun, which is probably going to be a few months. I know DC has made the change, but let's let his time in the sun, that pack, that Chapter 2 kind of set set up for a while. You know what I'm saying? Before we start asking all the new stuff, James Gunn haven't released some of the stuff that he said yet. He's just barely released it, so they haven't even got anything that they want to rolled out for HRO on the whole DC side and the plans. They may have some years set, but right now there's probably a lot of big changes happening, so they might have to revert some of that stuff too. So that's why I'm saying you won't see Chapter 3 probably till around summer. Summertime.
I think my viewpoint about Chapter 3 is I'd like them to keep the same amount of mint numbers. I'll tell you why, because Hood Scrolls are now going to kill me, right? The reason being is actually what I'd like to see is more countries to be increased. Because if you actually keep the mint numbers, the size the same as what they currently do right now, have at least another 5 countries which are big hitters, actually you're going to easily eat up into the actual supply very, very quickly. And I think we don't have that many countries. There's literally a handful. We could count them in both hands. So imagine when they start actually adding a lot more countries on board, then that supply that each country gets is going to be a lot less. So that frenzy that we had for Chapter 1, it might come back again, right? So again, it's really about trying to find that balancing act. And I think that they're obviously, learning as they go along from Chapter 1, obviously not having that many, to then Chapter 2 having maybe a bit too much compared to how many countries is already out, because it is freely available. And then obviously Chapter 3, if they could increase the countries that it goes into, it might then be the fact that actually the proportion then kind of goes down again. So that might sort of kind of work. I think the other part for me is, you guys in the US had an amazing offer from GameStop for the 2 for 3. In the UK currently right now, we've got an offer where it's half price for a booster box. Normally it's £130. We're getting it for £65. This is my thought process. Okay, well I'll tell you what I did, and I'll tell the whole community. As long as VeVe sort of kind of holds up their side of the bargain of actually, getting these delivered, because it's on actual pre-order right now. I ended up ordering 50 booster boxes, right, for Chapter 2. So my thought process is the following, right? If I'm able to, let's just say I get dud cards and all of them are absolutely awful, right? And I floor all of them at $1 each. There were 7 cards in a pack. There's 24 packs. 7 times 24 is 168. So if I floor every single one of them and they're all shitty mints, that's $168. Let's just say I only sell half of them. What's half of 168? $84. So I'm still quids in regardless, right? But the law of averages, you're gonna get a decent low mint. You're gonna get some decent cards, whichever way you think of it. So the way I'm seeing it is, even if I sell half of it, I'm still gonna be in profit. So that's my thought process, why I ended up getting 50 booster box and why I'm able to kind of now potentially do what I do. And then, if I'm able to get some decent mints, I could easily ROI or potentially trade them for mythic cards, right? That's what I need, because I need to be able to kind of chase after that. So I think, there's going to be some amazing stuff that happens for Chapter 3 when and if it comes out. I think they still have a massive supply still left that they need to kind of, work through. But you're right. I think, Rich, give it a couple of months or a few more months. That's when they're going to be able to kind of release Chapter 3. I think it's just a bit too early still, because there's so much already kind of out for sure. There's people, there's rumors, etc. But rumors are rumors, right? And that's all they kind of are. But I think, it'd be interesting to see when the Chapter 2 cutoff date is, when the snapshot's going to happen, because obviously they'll announce it beforehand. And what the rewards may be for that as well. Is it going to be another, uncut sheet, or is it going to be something different? Or could it be something that may be signed? Who knows? Yeah. Who knows, right? So that is that, guys. I'm very conscious about time because I know everyone wants to watch the Super Bowl. Right? Everyone's already. Right, but what would you call it? You've already got, what was it? Hood Scroll's already got it in the background. I know Bomber's already, having it on a secondary screen. Me and Rick were like, we'll watch it when we get a chance, So guys, obviously it's not going to be a long stream. We just want to kind of keep it short, but we still obviously want to kind of do it. We do this every single 2 weeks, guys, in order for us to kind of capture what's happening in Hero, talking about bits and bobs, but there's always stuff happening, right? By the time we have the next one, which is going to be in about 2 weeks time, where there's going to be digital, drop 8 that's going to be announced. There's going to be other stuff that's going to be announced, and I'm sure there's going to be loads more other things that we're going to be kind of talking about. Is there anything else you want to kind of talk about, guys, before we sort of kind of shut it down for this this evening?
I just want to thank you guys. So I appreciate the space. I appreciate you guys bringing us up here. So thank you, Waz.
No worries, anytime. You're more than welcome to obviously pop back in. And like I said already, guys, if you guys want to jump on this the Hero Roundtable, you're more than welcome to do so. And guys, you could be a person that's just joined Hero as a new person. You could be a person that is heavy into hybrid, or actually a person who's heavy into digital, whatever it may be. You know what? Give us a shout. You're more than welcome to jump on. We just have a list of people that we're going to obviously kind of add through. So yeah, Rich.
No. I was just looking to see who's the new Batman in the Flash movie.
Oh, they just released the trailer, I think, too.
I know.
I'm gonna wait till Super Bowl to see it.
It's a surprise.
Everyone else can see it. Go on.
It's
throw it up on screen. Batman. No, actually, hang on a second. I'm gonna get demonetized, aren't I? Yeah, I can't put it up on screen. Would I get?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You might actually,
released it. They just released it. So.
I'm going to get demonetized. But
Just let people go see it. Let people go see it. It's the new Batman, though.
And obviously, you'll see what's going on there. As always, Rich, Hood Squirrel, you guys are phenomenal. You guys are always on these channels, on this YouTube. Bomber, thank you so much for obviously being our guest for this week. You guys, without you guys, we can't do these things. And I look forward for the next Hero Roundtable, which is going to be, what's 2 weeks from now, right? What is 2 weeks from 26th? So the 26th.
I was like, you're going to pick another Super Bowl Sunday, Wazza?
Is it? Don't tell me Super Bowl.
No,
there's no other Super Bowl.
I don't know. Listen, I'm from the UK, right? So I am going to watch this one, right, for sure. So we're going to obviously talk about more things that are coming on board very, very soon. But guys, thank you so much. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much for obviously attending. If you haven't done so, please, smash that like button and sub to the channel, because Hood Squirrel told me it is free. The only way we're going to be able to keep the lights on here is if you guys hit that like button and smash that sub, right? That's the only way we're able to keep the lights on. And truth be told, right, that's the only way we're able to get more soundproofing for Bomber's soundproofing room right now, right?
Yes.
So, come on, that's the only way we're going to do so.
And more green. We need more green.
Yeah.
More green all around here.
We need more green in Rich's room for sure.
We won't accept trades if you don't subscribe to this channel. So, that's it.
Don't forget, guys, Thursday we have the burn space going on. So either Bomber or Rich obviously will have that going on at 2 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. EST, or 10 p.m. GMT. We'll obviously be looking forward to we're talking more stuff about Hero and the next one. Everyone, apologies we couldn't go through the chat because I'm very conscious about timing. But you have been awesome. Thank you so much for attending, and we shall catch up on the next Hero Roundtable, guys. Thank you so much. See you later.
See you later.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Later, guys.
Eagles.
Go Super Bowl. Go watch the Super Bowl, guys.